to Fat Wallets 101, where you can get all the greatest investment tips in terms of real estate and stocks. To jump in, we're going to discuss buying a single family home versus buying a multifamily home. There's a few benefits between buying a single family versus a multifamily. You may want to consider buying a single family home if you totally despise tenants. The pros of buying a single family home is there are no tenants. The cons to me, which is a considerable amount, is one, there's no passive income coming in. Two, you are therefore not responsible for all home renovations or emergencies that arise with your home. For instance, your boiler breaks down, you're then responsible for that. In reference to a multifamily home, let's say you purchase a 2 or 3 family, if something was to happen to the property, some kind of damage, a boiler is malfunctioning or windows need to be changed, you can then use some of the passive income to kind of offset the amount of money that you have to spend in reference to fixing the damages. So let's look at it from a different angle. So you purchase a single family home, you're in your 30s, 30 years go by, your house is paid off, you retire. Hopefully you built up enough pension or 401k where you have money coming in and you're able to retire comfortably. Now a major damage happens to your home. You have no passive income coming in. You therefore have to find some way to now pay for those fixes. What if you had a multifamily home? Similar situation, something happens where maybe you have a flooding or some kind of damages occur. You can use, and the home is now paid off for, you can use some of the passive income to fix the damages. A big factor between buying a single family versus a multifamily is the numbers. So some people are scared at buying a multifamily because it costs more. In New York, my area, Brooklyn, a single family renovated will go somewhere around 500 to 600, whereas a 2 family in Brooklyn will peak around 800 to 900,000. Now you could say, I can't afford 900,000. Well, the good news is the bank takes into account the income or the rent that you will be receiving from your second unit, okay? So you can more or less offset the amount that you pay in your mortgage. But all of this is just talk. We're gonna dive into the numbers and I'm gonna show you exactly why it's more profitable and makes more sense to buy a multifamily.
So now we're going to compare 2 homes. We have a 1 family and a multifamily, which is a 2 family. They're both on 30-year fixed mortgages, meaning after you pay off your mortgage for the next 30 years, you own your home. There's different mortgages you can take out. They give you different rates. It's conventional, it's just FHA, and it could be 30 years, 15 years, 5 years. It's ARMs, which means your rate is adjusted every so often. For right now, we're gonna more or less compare apples to apples with these numbers. The only difference will be that the home price. So if we look at the 1 family, it's priced at $600,000 in comparison to the 2 family, which is priced at $800,000. You have the down payment at 5%, interest rate at 4%, property taxes at $3,000 yearly, and the home insurance at $2,500 yearly. So if you looked at the 1 family, every month you will be paying $3,542, right? It would have cost you $30,000 to pay this, to purchase this home, in addition to your closing costs. Okay, so out of pocket, $30,000 going towards your house, and then you will deduct 30 from the 600,000. Okay, and that's how we get the calculations for your mortgage. Out of pocket for the 2 family, $40,000 more. $10,000 more and it would have cost you $40,000 to purchase the two family, right? And we kept the interest rate the same. Rates are a bit lower right now, and they fluctuate daily. We kept the tax the same and the home insurance the same. So for you to purchase a multi-family home, it only cost you $10,000 more. I don't know about you, but I would every day of the week go with the multifamily if it only costs me a few more dollars. Okay, because it gives me an opportunity to get passive income. Let's dive into the numbers a little bit more deeply and see what's the difference that we could potentially make. And before I move forward, just take a note of the mortgage. So for the one family, the mortgage is $3,542, and for the two family, the mortgage is $4,570. Not a big significant difference once we really get into it. Okay, and the reason why I did mention fixed is because every month you will be responsible to pay this for the next 30 years. Where for the next 30 years, you're responsible to pay the $4,570, but you have someone giving you help. Okay. So for the single family, if you lived in your unit, you'll be paying this every single month, $3,542, regardless of what happens. You're responsible for that. If you had your two family, it becomes a little bit more lucrative. So if you lived in your unit, in your two family, right, and of course we can go up more units, but if you lived in your two family unit, maybe you bought a 3-bedroom over a 2-bedroom with a nice basement. If you rented out your 3-bedroom at market price, right now is about $2,600 in my area, you would have taken your mortgage, the $4,000, right, $450, right, you would have taken your mortgage and deduct $2,600 because that's what you get for rent, and you would owe now monthly $1,970, right? That's what you're left to come up with every single month for the next 30 years, provided your unit is rented out. So you can already see the big drastic cut from owing $3,000, right, over $3,000, to now you owe $1,900, right? So which one would you choose moving forward? Let's say we mentioned it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom basement. So if you lived in your unit, in addition to Airbnb or renting your basement, now your cost of living is for free, right? Because you can Airbnb and make that amount a month, you know. So now your paychecks that you make regularly, you can bank those and save those, save up and continue to invest, stocks, buy another property. The single family does not give you an option because you have really no income coming in. You're stuck with paying this $3,540 every single month. Now you could say, well, I'm renting the basement, I get a little something, but what's the point of that? Like, if you just want a single family, you're not seeking anything for investments, and you can't say, well, it's super expensive, because I just showed you the math. It costs you $10,000 more to purchase it, and the mortgage is coming up $1,970 or free if you Airbnb or rent your basement, right? So cost of living is for free. I just showed you how to live for free. Let's say you really get smart and you said, hey, well, I want to make some money off this thing. So you decide to rent out your 2-bedroom at a price of $2,100. Maybe you decide to stay with your parents in their basement, or move in with your significant other, or whatever situation you can find where you can live with someone else and rent out your multifamily completely. So if you rented out a 2-bedroom at fair market price, $2,100, now you were already renting out your 3-bedroom for $2,600. You came in and now you started renting your 2-bedroom for $2,100. That puts you in the green of $130, right? You're in the green. You're making $130 every single month, right? So keep in mind, you can pay extra towards the principal and now pay off your home a little quicker so that you have all of that cash coming towards you when you no longer have a mortgage, right? So from right here alone, just renting out your 3-bedroom and your 2-bedroom gets you money. At this point, you'll probably pick up on things and you'll say, man, I can make a little bit more money. So now you want to still rent the 3-bedroom, the 2-bedroom, in addition to Airbnb or renting your basement, right? Let's say you did that. You got your 130, you're just pure renting. I'm not using Airbnb. Airbnb tends to give you a significantly more amount of money, but there is a lot of work associated with it. So you have the 130 plus the 1,600 brings you up to a little bit over $1,700 a month. Now, if you do the math, now a year you're bringing in close to $20,760 added to your income that you made a year. So you live it for free. You could do that option, or you could turn around and make $20,000 more a month. If you did this for 2 years, you can go right back and buy another 2-family and start the process over again. And this is how you build wealth. This is how you keep that money going. And that's about it. Please be sure to ask me questions, subscribe, like the video. I'm going to try to post more content. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.